Hi, June. June, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
So unfortunately, my camera is not working today. I'm not sure why, so I'm not going to be able to turn on my camera. I hope this won't be a problem. As far as I can see, there's nobody else, so not sure why is that. I only know that Cindy will be absent today and Chongshun will come late. Anyway, how are you today?
I'm doing fine. Thank you.
Did you do anything special, anything different?
No, just as
No?
usual.
Okay. Tell me, June, which part do you think is a little bit challenging for you in terms of the exam? Is it the reading, the writing? Do you have issue like with something?
So far, that I think I have confidence in all parts of it right now, but I have
Okay.
little issue on the right part.
Pardon, your dog is too loud. You have a little bit of issue with what?
The writing part.
The writing part. Okay. Which part? Which exactly? Is it the email writing? Is it the story, the article? Which part?
I think it depends on the topics given by the examiners.
I
Uh,
see.
yeah.
Okay. All right. That's fine. Maybe we can do some writing then today. Let's see. Hi, Emily.
Hi.
Hi, sweetie. I'm sorry my camera is not working today, so you won't be able to see me. I really apologize about this.
Oh, it's okay.
Don't know what happened, but I just couldn't. I tried so many times. It just doesn't want to work. How are you today?
Good.
Good. What did you do today? Anything different? Anything special?
I had a talk just now for anti drugs.
For empty what?
Anti-drug.
Okay. And how was it?
I learned a lot. Yeah.
Nice. Perfect. Good job. Okay. Where's your brother?
Oh, he is having a football competition now, so he might be late a little bit.
He might be late. Okay. All right. No problem. It's okay. Okay, perfect. So I only know that Cindy will be absent today. She texted me earlier today because she said she's not feeling well and Chongshun should come late, but the rest of the students, I have no idea. Okay, that's fine. Emily, June said that he has a little bit of issue with writing part. Do you have a particular thing that you find it a little bit difficult? Could be listening, could be writing, could be reading, anything you want, anything you say.
I think I can improve my English because I sometimes will make a lot of grammar mistakes.
But in which context? Is it writing or speaking?
Writing.
Writing, okay. All right. Okay, so do you know, guys, do you remember which was the first writing part? What is the first thing you have to write?
Do you mean email?
Yes. So the first thing that you need to write is the email. Okay, in that case, this is what we're going to do. We're going to start right away. Let me share my screen. So maybe today we can start with the first writing part, which is the email. I'm going to send you a link of this. This is basically, oh, this ads on the side. This is actually an example of how you can write something. So we're going to work with all of them. We have an article over here for later on, not today, obviously. This was the, hold on. Okay, we have the righticle, the righticle. Oh my goodness, what am I saying? The article, the email, and I think I have another one. I just don't know where did I put it. Okay. Okay, so this is the email part. So with the first part, you actually need to write an email, right? So you're having this email. Dear class, I'd like our class to have a party to celebrate the end of the school year. Now you have to agree with this. We could either have a party in the classroom or we could go to the park. Which would you prefer to do? What sort of activities or games should we do during the party? What food do you think we should have at the party? And then it says, reply soon, Anna Lake. Now, underneath, actually, let me give you the link so you can see it. You can have it. Okay, here it is. So first we have the email structure. We need to have a greeting. Okay, so this will be your guideline. I will let you to look at from this basically to get ideas from here and then do your email. I'm going to give you another link for the email. Just give me a second. So you need to have a greeting. You need to have an opening paragraph. And in the opening paragraph, you need to say about the first thing that they're saying here, right? So either you need to agree or disagree or say, yeah, that was a good job, not that smart idea, or anything you want to say, because it is your email, obviously. Then you're having main paragraph 1. Within this paragraph, you need to put the first and the most important point. Basically, this will be like a how to engage the reader. So you have to think about it as a perspective of a reader. Yes, that's fine. Like I'm going to write it, but who is going to read it? You also need to think about that. Then on the second part, you are having the main paragraph. Okay, and then you need to cover the second point. After that, you need to have a closing paragraph, which means, okay, so you can say what sort of activities or games should we do during the party. Then you need to say goodbye to them. So you can say reply soon or thank you very much for your email. And then at the end, you need to sign the email with your name. Okay, so this is a guideline. Now over here, you're having some good examples of how you should start your email. So you can start, hi John, hello, dear John. Depends, who are you sending the letter to? If you're sending the letter to a friend, then most likely you can say hi or you can say hello. But if you're sending it maybe to a teacher, you should say dear. And also another important thing is this file is actually very good because it gives you all the details. Comma is very important next to the name. Super important. Then we're having an opening paragraph. Now, these ones over here are super good and very useful, so you can use them. However, you already know this because I've sent that to you in the file previously. But you know, this is a good reminder. So how you can open your paragraph. After that, you go within the main paragraph. Over here, you're having very good examples. Bear in mind, guys, that we don't want to see this, okay? This is okay, but it's not good. We prefer something like this. Why? Because it gives us a little bit more definition. It gives us a little bit more description. So you can use but, obviously, if you're comparing two things, right? However, pay attention to the comma. Oftentimes, I know you forget them. So you need to be aware with this as well, okay? Where does the comma go? Also, you can use a little bit different kind of sentences, maybe like this. Last month, I went to the cinema. However, there is a comma. I didn't enjoy the movie. So that is also super important. You can say moreover, because, and so on. Then when you're having a closing paragraph, also remember that within the main paragraphs, you have two paragraphs where you need to include more information. So then within the closing paragraphs, you can use something like this over here. Well, it's time to say goodbye. Anyway, I have to go now. Thank you for your message, and I hope I'm going to hear from you very soon, or something like that. And then at the end, again, depends who are you sending the message to. If you're sending it to the teacher, maybe you can say sincerely. But if you're sending it to your friend, take care or see you soon. Or if you're sending it to, I don't know, a family member, you can say love, lots of love, and so on. Now, I'm going to give you this. I already sent you the link, obviously, that you can. Hi, Chongshun.
Hi, teacher.
Sweetie, I'm so sorry. My camera is not working today, so you won't be able to see me.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so in the chat box, I send it a link. I'll send it again so you can open it. This is a guidance for writing, because obviously we're ending the course pretty much, so we want to make sure that we're polishing the writing parts especially. So I gave this link as this will be your guidance. Okay, so you can follow this to structure a good email. Now I'm going to give you another task for the email. Just give me a second. In the meanwhile, you just guys go through the email, go through this section and just see what kind of information you can use, what is useful for you, while I'm sending you the other link. Let me just see, where did I put it? It's not this one. Okay, hold on. Okay, I think I'm going to give you this one. Let me just share it with you. I think we actually did it once, but now you're having a little bit more depth, a little bit more definition of the questions you need to cover. So you're going to have an example over here, so it can inspire you. You can practice with these words over here, see which one goes where. Exercise 2 is obviously very similar. And then you're going to have to answer this question, learning a language. I'm pretty sure we did it once. That's okay, because now you're having a little bit more information on how to write everything. So I'm going to let you to do this task today. We're going to start with this one. And then obviously, well, I wanted actually to send you in breakout rooms to have a little bit speaking today. However, it's only 3 students, so we'll see. Maybe we're just going to have the speaking here in the main room. But later we start with unit 11. We actually have 2 more units to complete. And yeah, let's start with this and see how it goes. So let me just customize the link for you. So PT, writing, and email. And then obviously we're going to go through it and just see if it's everything correct. Email. Okay, so let's see. Sending it to you. Copying the link. All right, so here it is. So with the first 2 exercises, you just need to write the words, whichever you think is the correct one, right? And then the third exercise, also this one is very useful. Check your email and make changes if necessary. Have you answered all the questions and included all the necessary information? Have you used a suitable phrase to open and close your email? Have you tried to make your writing more interesting by adding details? Have you used informal language? Have you used linking words and phrases? As I said, linking words are super important because they will lift up your points. And then at the end, have you counted your words? Well, you should have about 100 words, but it's okay if you have 110. But if you have 130 maybe, or 40, that's a little bit too much. Okay, so you need to keep the limit. Do you have any questions? No questions? Okay, so you can start. Obviously, I am here. I'm just gonna mute my microphone. If you need me, just let me know. Okay, good luck. So guys, don't forget to use the link that I sent you previously about how to write an email. follow the structures over there, follow the opening words, follow the greetings, the main paragraphs, and so on. And then you can make a beautiful email for your task, which is the last one. Hi, Serena.
Hi, teacher.
I'm sorry, sweetie, my camera is not working today, so that's why my camera is off, but I'm here. Anyway, the rest of the students are doing some writing, so I'm going to give you 2 links. The first one is to give you guidance how you can write a good email. However, the second one is the task. So when you're going to do the task, let me show you. So when you're going to do the task, this one, you're going to have to open the first link that I sent it to you in the chat. So it can give you an idea how you can open an email, what can you say in the main part, what can you say in the ending, and so on. So basically, let me just, where did I put it? Okay, I put it over here. Okay, so this is the one. So once you finish with the first 2 parts over here, when you're going to come to do this one, I want you to follow this guidance over here. So when it says email structure, you need greetings. And then you're going to search for some greetings. And you're going to structure your email according to this template. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sweetie. Okay, so June is done. Emily, what do you mean? The first part, you have to write them down. The third part, what's wrong with the third part? I thought this was June, but this is Zhongshun. Sorry, my mistake. Sweetie, I cannot understand you. What do you mean you cannot align the pair? Oh, okay. That's fine. That's okay. You see, she tried somehow. She managed. So we will go through them so we can see if there is something better that maybe we could use. We will do that today as well. And then in the second half of the class, we will start our unit 11. Of course, you're going to have a break before that. So Yuling just sent me a message. Actually, last night she texted me that she would be late today, but she just texted me that she won't be able to join us. Okay, so I'll start with Zhongshen because she submitted first. We don't care about the top ones because obviously they are correct, but let's take a look at her email now and let's see if there is something that we could improve over here. Okay, so she starts with, hello, Chris. It's great to hear that you're going to learn my language. As you know, my language, Mandarin, is not easy to master, but I believe that you can do it. I love this opening. However, sweetie, my language, Mandarin, I would put a comma over here, but I think it's okay also. For the next Monday, I totally free. Okay, you're missing something over here. I am totally free after school, so we can meet each other whenever you like. That would be a better idea to watch the video or buy some books in Mandarin rather than reading a dictionary? Okay, let's see. Just gonna make it bigger so I can get my pen and just go through the mistakes. They're underlined because I have Grammarly on my computer, so that's why. Otherwise it's not mistakes, so don't worry about that. Why is it red? It's because somewhere you missed an article, but let me switch it off if I actually can. I think it's with the browser. Okay, ignore it, don't worry about it. Okay, let's see. So this is okay, I like this. Now you say for next Monday, for the next Monday. I totally free. I, over here you need to put M. I am. I am totally free after school. So we can meet each other whenever you like. So far, so good here. That would be a better idea to watch the video or buy some books in Mandarin rather than reading. Over here, you need an article, a dictionary, a dictionary. Okay, however, I'm not very keen on this over here. That would be a better idea. I think over here, a better opening will be, I think it will be or would be a better idea to watch a video, not the video, because if you say the video means that you exactly know what video that will be, right? Like you've mentioned it before, but you haven't. So we're going to go here with a. Or buy some books in Mandarin rather than reading a dictionary. The reason is, over here you need to put that. The reason is that a dictionary is boring. Okay, let's put it over here. Do you know what? I'm going to put it over here at the bottom so you can see it over here. So we're going to say the reason, the reason is that a dictionary is boring. Okay, not like that. The reason is that using a dictionary is, maybe you can add up something else like this, a little bit boring, as it is full with words. Okay, as it is full with words. And when you look at all the words that you don't know, you will feel frustrated. Okay? Because it's an adjective. Frustrated. Remember, we have adjectives ending with ed and ing. On the other hand, watching videos and movies will be more interesting, and you can choose the level according to your ability. This is a good sentence. I promise. Now, sweetie, if you say I promise, means that I'll, okay, it's in the past. I promise that I'll help you when you start your classes to let your learning process become easier. Well, it's time to say goodbye. See you soon. Okay, not bad. So just this sentence over here needs to be fixed a little bit. The reason is, usually when we say the reason behind, or the reason behind is that using, or when using a dictionary, either way should be fine. But okay, so just a couple of mistakes. All right, not bad. Let's take a look at the second one. Okay, we got Emily. All good over here. Let's take a look what she wrote. Hi, but you didn't put a name. You should put a name over here. Hi, John. Hi, Chris. I'm happy to hear that you are studying a foreign language that you never learned before. This is a good one. I'm glad that the ideas, I is always capital. I'm glad that the ideas I gave you, but you're having ideas. So if you have ideas, it's not going to be was, it will be were. So not was, were. Yes, I'm free next Monday. I think that is a great idea. Okay, so over here, I'm not very happy with this. Let's see, what was the question? Are you free next Monday afternoon after school? My parents say they will buy a dictionary to help me learn new vocabulary and perhaps some songs. Okay, so you said, yes, I'm free next Monday. If I were you, let's do undo. I'm just gonna cut yes. So I'm gonna say, I'm free next Monday. I think it is a great idea to use a dictionary. Now over here, because straight away you're answering the question, but you're not giving me like full information. Okay, so I'm gonna say, I think it is a great idea to use a dictionary because it can help you find the words. Now it's better that you do not understand. The meaning and synonyms, you need plural over here. And synonyms are listed there too. Listening to, this is the preposition you always must remember. To, listening to music. Listening to some songs will enhance your vocabulary. That is my pleasure. No, that is. It is my pleasure. It is. It is, oh, this became like, sorry. So it is my pleasure to help you with your class. I'm free on Friday evening after school. We can go to the library and I will teach you some basic for beginners. Call me if you're free. Okay, call me or let me know. I would use here, let me know. Let me know. Let me know if this works maybe. Let me know if this works. Okay. All right, not bad, not bad. I like it. Just a couple of things that needs to be polished. So we're just waiting for June and Serena. However, guys, we've been here 1 hour. I'm going to give you a short break. So guys, those of you that are writing, just leave whatever you're doing, use your break, go to the toilet, whatever you need to do, and be back so we can continue. Okay? So if you have them written, obviously we're gonna go through them. If not, we're just gonna start unit 11. And once you finish them, we're gonna go through your report as well. Sorry, not report, with your email as well. Use your break, please. Okay, I'm here. If you are here. June, I still haven't received yours. Have you done it? Maybe he's not back. Okay, Serena came a little bit late, so I do expect that she will be submitting it later. Oh, but June is not here. Okay. All right, girls, are you here? Can you hear me? Yes, you can hear me. All right, you're here. Okay, perfect. So we did a little bit of writing, guys. I hope you did make some notes, obviously, because that will be useful for you, right? Because, well, we're about to finish our course, right? We will finish our course in, let me just see how many weeks. 1 second. So we have one, two, three, four. In 5 classes. Okay. In 5 classes, we're going to finish our course. That's good. Now, what I want you to think about is if you have something that you don't really understand from the book, or something that confuses you, or something that it's a little bit challenging or difficult, you need to let me know in advance, okay? So we can practice toward that. Because when we joined, I asked June what is his struggle. He said to me, he feels very comfortable with everything. However, he's not really sure about the writing, and that's why I started with writing. Anyway, I know with writing we're going to do the other parts as well, because obviously the first part is the email, which is something that you must write. So we better practice it, so at least you can be better there. That's at least what I think is best for you. But obviously next week we will continue with something else. All right, so today we will do unit 11. We do have 2 units to cover, so that's fine. We will cover them definitely. We're going to focus on the grammar. And let me just change my screen so you can see actually what I'm talking about. Okay, we're going to talk about the natural world. I don't know if you know, on Monday and Tuesday, actually UK had the most hottest days in many, many years. It was actually, the temperature on Monday was 36, but on Tuesday was almost 41. Now, maybe you have these temperatures in your country and you're thinking, well, that's not a lot, right? But actually, the location of UK is a little bit different from other countries. So let's say in Europe, for example, let's say in Greece, 40 degrees is nothing. It's okay. People can survive. It's okay. It's comfortable. Why is that? Because it has something to do with the climate. It has something to do with the sea around. And obviously you do know that England, for example, is an island, right? So we're having water from all the sides, and that actually attracts the heat even more. However, a lot of people in Europe were laughing at the UK because UK was just promoting this all over the news that, you know, the temperature will be super hot, and advising people not to go to work, stay at home, or avoid using the public transport. So, because obviously I have a lot of friends in Europe, and they were like laughing at me. They were saying like, this is ridiculous. Like, Natasha, you know, Greece and Bulgaria, they can be much, much hotter. And I said, yes, but it's not the same. Also, the structure of the building, how the houses and the homes are built, and buildings, how they are built here in the UK, it's very different. So our houses here in the UK, or buildings, are built in a way of keeping the temperature inside. What does that mean? Well, during winter times, it can get cold, not too much, I would say. However, the houses, the structure, how the houses are built, it's different than other countries. So they wouldn't actually understand. So they were laughing at us. So to make this story short, what happened was, on Tuesday, a lot of buildings burnt out till the ground, especially here in London area. It was horrible. It was all over the news. It was just because, you know, it's a different temperature, and I don't know what actually happened, because I know the firefighters were very busy, and they said they never had a day like this from the Second World War. Can you imagine? Like from 1940, I think it was 48, when the Second World War ended. they said they never remember a day like this. So it was horrible for us here in the UK. And to be honest, because I work from home, I was literally dripping, like I was sweaty. I was joking with a friend of mine. I said, you know what? I'm just going to take a bucket and I'm going to put a lot of ice in it and water. I'm going to put my feet in it. She was laughing at me. Oh, well, I didn't do that, obviously. but it was it was too much. I mean, for example, when I used to live in Macedonia, it was very hot also, but it was a different kind of hotness. Here in the UK, it was a big struggle, I must be honest with you. However, what am I actually trying to say here? Well, no matter how hard we try to keep our environment clean and safety and safe, no pollution whatsoever, there are certain things that are going to happen, and most likely they will affect the natural environment, especially now with all those fires that we had on Tuesday. And I think I've read that on Wednesday, there was also another fire, very big fire in a place here near in London. So that obviously doesn't contribute to the good environment. Now, unfortunately, the environment can affect us in so many levels. It can affect us with food. As you know, since the war started with Ukraine and Russia, a lot of countries have been complaining that they didn't have enough food, or they still don't have enough food. And the food that the world actually has at the moment increased, which means, let's say if for 1 kilogram of strawberries, for example, you used to pay, let's say, £3. I think that's a little bit cheap, but okay, let's say £3. Now you're going to pay £5. So it's almost double the amount. So food became a little bit more expensive than before. And, people are a little bit scared about it because maybe they import it. To import means to take food from a different place and take it within your country. So probably a lot of the countries in Europe have been importing food from the north of Europe, probably, maybe not Ukraine or Russia, but maybe like from northern countries, maybe like Germany. And UK has a lot of strawberries as well, like to export. To export means to take them from the UK and bring them to Germany. To import means to take them from Germany and bring them into the UK. So export, import. Now, obviously, the pollution can affect the air we breathe, the meat we eat, and also there's a different way that the pollution can affect us, and that means by public transportation. Now, obviously, if we use the public transportation, maybe we will save a certain amount of the pollution. And nowadays, people started using a lot of, how's it called? The smart cars, like, oh, I forgot what I wanted to say. So you can see this car over here is actually, electric car, sorry. So they are trying to use electric cars. However, they're very expensive. Yesterday, I've read an article. A family bought an electric car. I think they were here in the UK. However, after a couple of years, you need to change the battery because it's not gonna do you any good. So when they wanted to change the battery was actually more expensive than buying a new car. They just couldn't believe it, Yes, on one hand, they are saving the environment, so the environment won't be as polluted. However, on the other hand, it's actually going to hit your pocket. So you're going to have to pay more money. Now, I'm curious about your country. How would you rate the pollution? Is your country polluted? Do you think it's okay? What is your opinion on it? Chongshun, what do you think? Tell me something about your country.
My country, actually, we don't have the full season. If the whole year is the summer. Normally our temperature is like 24 Celsius or even 30 until 35. And our country, which with the nature resources like
Okay.
trees. We got a lot of trees and what do we
So
call it?
you were saying that your country is not polluted, right?
It's not as serious as other big country like the London or KL.
Okay. And why do you think is that? What's the reason?
Maybe we have a lot of trees.
Okay. Okay, thank you for that. Emily, what do you think that people should do in order to protect their environment?
I think people can bring their shopping bags when they are shopping or buying their groceries, so we can reduce the plastic bags.
Okay, good.
We can also use our own utensils, bring our own Tupperware,
Okay,
and
bring it where? Sorry, sweetie, where to bring it?
when you are eating out, so you can save the plastic by using your own. Then it is better for our health too, because when heat meets the plastic and the plastic will melt, so we might eat some chemical.
Okay, that's interesting. So because you say that we can maybe, if we stop using the plastic things, that maybe we're going to save the environment. However, are you doing this?
Yes, sometimes my mother's car will spare some Tupperware when we go and buy food. We can use that.
Mm-hmm. Good, good. Thank you. Serena, how about you? What do you do to keep the environment safe and clean and not polluted?
Pardon?
What do you do to keep the environment not polluted, like clean environment? What do you do? Do you do something about it? For example, as Emily said, things we need to do, like when you go shopping, you need to take your own material bag, which is something that I do. So I started doing this a couple of years ago. First of all, I didn't want to pay for the bag in the supermarket because they were overcharged. And I said to myself, this is ridiculous. Like, it's impossible to do so. So I started having and bringing my own bags. But what do you do to keep the environment clean?
Maybe when I walking on the road, I will. When I saw the rubbish, I will throw them into rubbish bin.
Okay. Do you recycle in your country?
No.
Oh, you don't recycle. Okay. Here in the UK, we must recycle. So we have a rubbish or garbage can for, or a bin for paper. Sorry, not for paper, for something that is recyclable, let's say like plastic or metal or something like that. And then we have another one for general waste, or just like maybe some food or some leftovers or something like that. Hi, Evelyn.
Hi.
Sorry, sweetie, my camera is not working today. That's why my camera is off. How are you today?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, thank you for joining us today. All right, so let's take a look. It says there are certain things we can do over here. For example, it says I like this one. Carry your own water bottle. What do you think about this? Do you think this is a good idea? However, a lot of people are actually buying water from a market, right? They're not drinking the tap water, the ones that you're using for cooking and taking a shower. So I don't know how this will work. Maybe if you can go somewhere like pay for the water, but not necessarily for the bottle. Do you have something like this in your country? Chongshen.
Then there's something wrong with my line.
Okay. When you go out, do you buy water?
Actually, I will bring my own water.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, we're going to do a listening test. That's on page 99. So if you can open this. For each question, you need to choose one answer. However, you know that the first thing when you need to do a listening task is to read the question. So first things first, I want you to read the questions first. Obviously, as I say, during the exam, you're not going to have enough time to read the questions completely. So maybe like skim reading. But there is one thing I would advise you to do. Try to think about what is important in this question. In other words, try to find the key words. So the first question says, why did Ellie and Martha decided to go to the stream? So if we see the question like this, decided to go, we need to focus on going. What is the reason? Why decided to go? In other words, having the keywords will help you to focus on the answer, okay? So if you read the second one, as they walked to the stream, they felt, okay? Walked, felt. Those are important things because this is what we need to focus on. Then we want to know, what did they hit? So read the question till the end, and I'm going to play it for you twice, and we will check out the answers.
Unit 11, Pronunciation. Unit 11, Vocabulary, Exercise 4. Unit 11, Listening, Part 4, Exercise 2.
You will hear a young woman called Ellie.
Okay, so get ready. I'm going to play it for you. It's about 3 minutes. You're going to hear it twice.
Unit 11, Listening, Part 4, Exercise 2.
You will hear a young woman called Ellie talking about a trip to southern Spain to see the Iberian lynx. For each question, choose the correct answer.
With me today is Ellie Johnson, who went to Spain with her friend Marta to see the beautiful Iberian lynx, one of the world's rarest wildcats. So, Ellie, which location did you choose and why?
A place with a stream next to the forest with plenty of rabbits. The huge fall in the number of rabbits is the main reason why the lynx is so rare, because an adult lynx needs to eat 3 rabbits a day. Marta knew the area, but I hadn't heard of it until TV showed photos of a lynx taken a few days before.
How easy was it to get there?
Well, it was summer and temperatures were really high during the daytime, so it made sense to set off really early, at 5 a.m. in fact, when it was still cool. The moon was bright, and we were pleased about that, because it's easy to go in the wrong direction in the darkness. The track was really challenging in places. It went up and down a lot. We didn't actually find it too exhausting, but it did mean we got to the stream later than we'd expected. Once we were there, we looked for somewhere to hide.
Where did you hide?
There was an empty hut nearby, but it was locked. So it looked like the best place was behind some large rocks. There was no shade there, though, so instead we lay down just inside the forest and waited. In fact, we waited there for ages. I was going to suggest leaving when suddenly we heard something running through the bushes.
What kind of animal was it?
Well, of course, we hoped it'd be a lynx, and we both grabbed our cameras, but it was just a frightened-looking little rabbit. Just then, though, another creature appeared running after it. It was grey and brown, about the size of a small cat. It was a young lynx.
I can imagine your excitement. What did it do?
Well, by then the rabbit was far away and the lynx's chance of catching it had gone, so it stopped and looked around, though it didn't notice us. We were so busy taking photos of that cute little animal that we didn't see a much larger one approaching. It was an adult female, and clearly the little one was hers. That was why it had stopped.
How long did you stay there?
The sun had almost set, but we stayed another hour, photographing them until we couldn't see anything. Martha wanted to stay overnight to see them again at sunrise, but we didn't have a tent, so we set off, reaching the hostel just before midnight.
Okay, did you manage to have some of the answers? We're going to play it again one more time so you can check out your answers. Okay, let's go.
Unit 11. Listening, Part 4. Exercise 2.
You will hear a young woman called Ellie talking about a trip to southern Spain to see the Iberian lynx. For each question, choose the correct answer.
With me today is Ellie Johnson, who went to Spain with her friend Marta to see the beautiful Iberian lynx, one of the world's rarest wildcats. So, Ellie, which location did you choose and why?
A place with a stream next to the forest with plenty of rabbits. The huge fall in the number of rabbits is the main reason why the lynx is so rare, because an adult lynx needs to eat 3 rabbits a day. Marta knew the area, but I hadn't heard of it until TV showed photos of a lynx taken a few days before.
How easy was it to get there?
Well, it was summer and temperatures were really high during the daytime, so it made sense to set off really early, at 5 a.m. in fact, when it was still cool. The moon was bright, and we were pleased about that, because it's easy to go in the wrong direction in the darkness. The track was really challenging in places. It went up and down a lot. We didn't actually find it too exhausting, but it did mean we got to the stream later than we'd expected. Once we were there, we looked for somewhere to hide.
Where did you hide?
There was an empty hut nearby, but it was locked. So it looked like the best place was behind some large rocks. There was no shade there, though, so instead we lay down just inside the forest and waited. In fact, we waited there for ages. I was going to suggest leaving when suddenly we heard something running through the bushes.
What kind of animal was it?
Well, of course, we hoped it'd be a lynx, and we both grabbed our cameras, but it was just a frightened-looking little rabbit. Just then, though, another creature appeared running after it. It was grey and brown, about the size of a small cat. It was a young lynx.
I can imagine your excitement. What did it do?
Well, by then the rabbit was far away and the lynx's chance of catching it had gone, so it stopped and looked around, though it didn't notice us. We were so busy taking photos of that cute little animal that we didn't see a much larger one approaching. It was an adult female, and clearly the little one was hers. That was why it had stopped.
How long did you stay there?
The sun had almost set, but we stayed another hour, photographing them until we couldn't see anything. Martha wanted to stay overnight to see them again at sunrise, but we didn't have a tent, so we set off, reaching the hostel just before midnight.
Okay, so let's take a look at what answers have you got. Chongshun, I'll start with you. Number 1.
Why did Ellie and Martha decide to go to the stream? C. They were very.
Are you sure it's C?
I think it's B.
It's B. Okay, why do you think it's B?
Because I think their purpose to going to the stream is to links.
Yep. Okay, good. B is the correct answer. Very well. Thank you. Emily, the second one.
I think it is A.
Why do you think it's A?
Because B, they say it is not very tired, and C, they say it was early, so it is not hot.
Okay. Yes, that's correct. A is the correct answer. As they walked to the stream, they felt glad because they could see where they were going. Okay. Evelyn, number 3, please.
Sorry, teacher, my numbers is unstable, so I can't well.
Oh, so you didn't do none of them?
Yep.
Okay. Serena? Serena, did you do this exercise?
Yes, but this question I haven't answered.
You didn't answer this one? Okay.
Yeah.
Chongshun?
Question number 3, right?
Yes, please.
Ellie and Martha hide behind the rocks.
Behind the rocks. Emily, what do you think?
Same answer.
I'm sorry, sweetie, I couldn't hear you.
You call Evelyn or me?
Emily, you.
Oh, my answer is also B, behind the rock.
Okay, so listen to the sentence. Let me see, where did I put it? There was an empty hut nearby, but it was locked, so it looked like the best place was behind some large rocks. There was no shade there, though, so instead, we lay down just inside the forest and waited. So it's not the rocks. Which one is it? So instead, we lay down just inside the forest and waited.
A.
It's A, among the trees. Okay, let's see the next one. What have I done? Among the trees. Okay. Number 4, Emily.
C, disappointed that it was a rabbit.
Very well. They were disappointed because they were expecting something else. Okay. Serena? Number 5. What did the younglings do after it came out of the bushes?
B.
Did you say B?
Yes.
But B is not the correct answer. Zhongshin, what do you think?
My answer is C.
It's so Ellie and Martha. Why do you think this is the correct answer?
I just heard that they saw a rabbit and then they see the links.
Okay, let me share with you a sentence. We were so busy taking photos of that. Oh, hold on. Well, by then the rabbit was far away and the lynx's chance of catching it had gone, so it stopped and looked around. Though it didn't notice us, we were so busy taking photos of that cute little animal that we didn't see much larger one approaching. It was an adult female, and clearly the little one was hers. So which one is it?
A.
It waited for its mother. Yes, good. Okay, and we're having one more question, Zhongshin.
They started walking back to the village when it was completely dark.
When it was completely dark. Perfect. Okay, so I can see some of you have different kind of answers. So I'm going to play it again for you and focus on the listening this time. Okay, focus one more time, just one more time, and we're done with this one. Because I can see you are having different answers from the ones that we're required.
Unit 11. Listening, Part 4. Exercise 2.
You will hear a young woman called Ellie talking about a trip to southern Spain to see the Iberian lynx. For each question, choose the correct answer.
With me today is Ellie Johnson, who went to Spain with her friend Marta to see the beautiful Iberian lynx, one of the world's rarest wildcats. So, Ellie, which location did you choose and why?
A place with a stream next to the forest with plenty of rabbits. The huge fall in the number of rabbits is the main reason why the lynx is so rare, because an adult lynx needs to eat 3 rabbits a day. Marta knew the area, but I hadn't heard of it until TV showed photos of a lynx taken a few days before.
How easy was it to get there?
Well, it was summer and temperatures were really high during the daytime, so it made sense to set off really early, at 5 a.m. in fact, when it was still cool. The moon was bright, and we were pleased about that, because it's easy to go in the wrong direction in the darkness. The track was really challenging in places. It went up and down a lot. We didn't actually find it too exhausting, but it did mean we got to the stream later than we'd expected. Once we were there, we looked for somewhere to hide.
Where did you hide?
There was an empty hut nearby, but it was locked. So it looked like the best place was behind some large rocks. There was no shade there, though, so instead we lay down just inside the forest and waited. In fact, we waited there for ages. I was going to suggest leaving when suddenly we heard something running through the bushes.
What kind of animal was it?
Well, of course, we hoped it'd be a lynx, and we both grabbed our cameras, but it was just a frightened-looking little rabbit. Just then, though, another creature appeared running after it. It was grey and brown, about the size of a small cat. It was a young lynx.
I can imagine your excitement. What did it do?
Well, by then the rabbit was far away and the lynx's chance of catching it had gone, so it stopped and looked around, though it didn't notice us. We were so busy taking photos of that cute little animal that we didn't see a much larger one approaching. It was an adult female, and clearly the little one was hers. That was why it had stopped.
How long did you stay there?
The sun had almost set, but we stayed another hour, photographing them until we couldn't see anything. Marta wanted to stay overnight to see them again at sunrise, But we didn't have a tent, so we set off, reaching the hostel just before midnight.
Okay, so sometimes you need to focus, guys, a little bit more on the second half, what they're saying. For example, they did mention a rabbit, right? But they also mentioned the lynx as well. So, for example, with the question where the little baby came out, okay, so you didn't pay attention that basically he stopped because he was waiting for his mother to come after him. But okay, that's fine, no problem. Okay, so let's talk about a little bit about nouns. Now, nouns are super important. Of course, you know, I've been pushing you to learn a lot of adjectives because adjectives are very useful because you can always use them in your writing part and also within your speaking. It will bring you more points. It will lift your score. However, there are certain things that you also need to master, which means that sometimes when you're writing something, you need to be a little bit more open and focus on tiny details like, let's say, suffix and prefix that you can use with one word. So what is a suffix? Where does it go? Does it go before the noun or after the noun? Suffix comes after the noun. Prefix becomes, you put it before the noun. Okay, so we're having some words over here. We're having some nouns. However, you need to see which of these nouns will be with meant. For example, announcement, Asian, admiration, attract, attraction. So, well, I already said the first one, but I'm gonna let you like a minute or 2 minutes maybe, so you can separate them into these boxes. So we have, as I said, announce, announcement, admire, admiration, attract, attraction. So just see which one is going to be where. Also be very careful with the spelling because sometimes they might change something. But let's see, I think you're familiar with the words. We're having celebrate, collect, complete, confirm, connect, create, develop, disappoint, discuss, educate, enjoy, entertain, examine, explore, improve, inform, invent, invite, move, pollute, prevent, protect, relax, replace, reserve, translate. So all you have to do is put them in the correct box where they belong. Girls, let me know when you're ready, please. Give me thumbs up so we can check them out. Okay, Junction is done. Emily is done. Okay, let's check them out together. So we're gonna start with the first one. Meant. Okay, let's ask Chongshin to tell us which one are with meant. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a different pencil for each of them. Just going to make the screen bigger so it will be easy for you to mark the answers as well. So Chongshin, tell us about meant.
Announcement.
Yep.
Completement.
Which one?
Completement.
Completement.
Yes.
That's not really a word. Okay,
Actually,
give me another one.
Development.
Development. Yes, that's correct.
Disappointment.
Disappointment is also a word. Yeah.
Enjoyment.
Enjoyment. Yes, we can go enjoyment.
Improvement.
Entertainment. Yeah.
Movement.
Improvement. Very well.
Movement.
Movement. True. Okay.
Replacement.
Replacement. Okay, good. Those are the ones. Good job. Emily, tell us about Asian.
Confirmation.
Confirmation. Yes.
Examination.
Examination. Examination. Yep.
Exploration.
Exploration. Yep.
Information.
Information. Yes.
Invitation.
Invitation. Okay, invitation. Yeah. That's it. You should have two more. Relaxation and reservation. Okay, those ones are with Asian. Now, how about Shun? Serena, do you have the last ones?
Attraction.
Attraction. Now, also celebration. Celebration. However, when you're going to put celebrate, basically E will disappear and it will be I. Okay, so celebration. What else?
Collection.
Selection. Good.
Connection.
Connection. Okay.
Education.
Education. Okay. Invention. Pollution.
Protection.
Protection. Also, we have prevention. Also, we have translation. We have creation. So E will disappear, obviously. It won't be over here. And the word that Zhongshen said complete, she said completement. That's not a word. So complete is also in this category because E will disappear. And then you can just put shen. Completion. Okay, perfect. Oh, how about discuss? We forgot discuss. Discussion as well. Discussion. Excellent. Good job. Make sure, guys, you're having the words as I have them over here. So again, be careful with the spelling, especially with nouns that end up with E. So E disappears. Okay, so you're not going to write it whenever you need to use suffix. Remember suffix? So this is the noun. Over here is the suffix. If you want to put a prefix, it comes here. For example, un. Let's say that's like the most simple example that I can think of a prefix. Okay, perfect. Let me give you a homework before I let you go. So today we started with some writing. Next week, guys, we will continue with some writing as well because I think we just need to master our skills, like to polish everything that we write and just make it better. Today I showed you about the email, how and what you need to focus on. Pay attention to the plural. Oftentimes you forget the plural and you forget the articles as well. They're super important. Okay, but we're gonna have another chance to write another email. However, now, because I wanna save something from, actually, I don't think I will be able because we are having passive tense. Okay, do you know what? I am going to ask you on page 100 to do exercise 3. Let me just make my notes as well, so I wouldn't forget it. So page 100. Okay, homework. Page 100, task 3. You can do this one. Just bear in mind that you need to put some suffix as well over here. The passive won't be useful for you because you haven't done the passive, so we're going to have to explain the passive. However, I will ask you to do the reading part on page 102. So page 102. Guys, the reason why I'm giving you a little bit more is because I want us to have a little bit more time to practice during the class. So because this is going to take a lot of time, probably 15 to 20 minutes to read the text and answer the questions and so on. That's why I want you to do it at home. So basically, you're going to have to read the text here about this island, Galapagos Islands. And then you're going to have to write some words over here that are missing. And also, basically, these are the tasks. So I wouldn't confuse you. You need to do this one, which is exercise 4, right? You're having the words. This is a multiple choice. So you're having the words over here. You just need to choose which one goes there. So this will be exercise 4 and exercise 1. So within the first one, you're having the top words over here that you have to place them. You shouldn't change them. However, with the second one, you just need to choose which one is the correct answer. You're having a multiple choice, okay? So we said page 102, task 1 and 4. I will send this message in WhatsApp as well, so you can be ready with that. And another thing, guys, that I want to say is please go through the book when you have the time during the weekend. So see if there's something that you really don't understand, really you struggle with. Let's say passive will be, it might not be too difficult though, but you know, just like that. So think about something that you find it difficult from a grammar point, okay? Not with a vocabulary, definitely, because over there's not much we can do apart from you using the words. However, with the grammar, please make sure that you are checking the grammar and you feel comfortable with it, okay? Do you have any questions? Any questions?
No
questions? Okay, perfect. So thank you very much. I do apologize about my camera. This is the first time in these 2 years that this happened with me. I think I need to do an update. I will definitely do it later today because today I'm swamped. I have a lot of classes, so I don't have time for that. I will see you next week. Okay? Perfect. Thank you so much, guys, for coming to class today. Make sure you're doing the homework so we can save some time during the class and we can work towards things that we're not familiar with. Thank you again. Enjoy your week, and I'm seeing you next Thursday. Bye. Bye-bye.